It's about 41 degrees outside, and the snow is almost completely melted. Although they are calling for ice this weekend. But it's so much warmer than the, 14 degrees that it was, that I just really wanted to come outside and walk around. Like I said, you can see little bits of snow here and there. The shelf mushrooms. I just think that looks cool. I do. I think that looks so cool. It's part of the reason why I haven't cut up this tree yet and turned it into logs, is because I just like the way it looks. But I thought I would just take a walk. I don't know how far out I'm gonna go, but I just really didn't want to stay inside. I just dropped my grandson off at his house. He spent the night last night for the first time ever. And that was fun. Oh. There went a deer. I just scared a deer. That's the neat thing about walking out here, is you just never know what you're going to see. And when it's like this, I can actually see the ground that I'm walking on, and kind of remember my way back to the property. I haven't been out this way, well, it's probably been about 5 years. This big tree, man. You can see where things have snapped off. I wonder how recent this one is, because I heard it. Ooh, and that one's gonna go at any time now. It's being held up by, let's see, this one is being held up by this one. So I'm not gonna walk under that one. I'm gonna walk around. I don't think I've taken anybody out this way before, because usually it's so overgrown that I can't get out here. Wow. I wonder if this was the one that I heard fall last year that shook my house. I mean, it literally shook the entire ground and shook my house. It felt like a tornado. Ooh, and there's a widowmaker. So glad that I caught that. Wonder if I can grab a stick and knock it down before it knocks me down. Oh, maybe not. Or maybe I'll just grab it and yank it. Woo! There it is. Well, I got it down before it hit me in the head anyway. But yeah, this tree here, I do wonder if this was the one that I heard last year, like I said, that shook my house. It scared me. Because I've lived through tornadoes before, and that's what it felt like. It felt like a tornado coming through. Wow. Look at this. That's so weird. There's actually green. Huh. Wow. Like I said, I don't get back to this part of my property very often. Whew, it ripped it up, that's for sure. And there's another one. This one right here is another one. It's just too difficult to get back here when it's the summer, because everything is grown up or overgrown, I should say. And so it's too hard to get back here. But I do like to try and come back, you know, in the winter if I can, just to look at it. Looks like I've got a bit of a stream starting. I do have several small streams on my property. They actually form the borders of some of my property. Of course, this might just be a ditch. Might be a watering hole for that deer that took off earlier. But yeah, I haven't been back here in quite a while. Oh, this is neat. I like those. And then the shelf mushrooms with the snow on it. Oh man. A lot of big trees down. That's so weird. That is so weird. Ah. But yeah, I thought I would bring you guys along with me. Tour another part of the property. Because I haven't filmed this part of the property before. Usually this part fills up. This part through here, this is actually kind of a gully. And it fills up when we get a lot of rain. Which in the spring, sometimes we do. Wow, yeah, it's been forever since I've been back here. I do like seeing all the moss. Oh, look, fairy house. I always said that Smallwood was enchanted. And it is. It's an enchanted place. You can see the water from the snow melting. And yes, I did wear my boots. So, whew. Isn't that gorgeous? I love that. Absolutely love that. Hear the birds. I hear all kinds of birds out here. I hear crow. I hear hawk, geese, owls, blue jays, well, all the songbirds, cardinals, towhees, titmice. Ooh, that's a neat pattern. Isn't that cool? Boy, I'd just like to set that in resin and make a candle holder out of it. And you can kind of see right there there's a house, and their property line is about 10 feet behind their house, and the rest of it's mine. So, oh goodness. Whew. As a matter of fact, if you look, you'll see one of my markers. So actually, I'm on my other neighbor's property right now. Whoops. There's one of my markers to show the property line, because somebody kept taking down all of my no trespassing signs. And yeah, I was not happy with that. So a friend of mine who works with the Park Service, the state park, came out and helped me paint all my purple boundaries, you know, just so that people would quit riding their three-wheelers onto my property, or four-wheelers onto my property, and so they would quit hunting on my property. And before I get hateful comments, no, I don't have anything against hunters. I'm not a vegetarian. My problem is legally, I live inside city limits. And there is a law that says there is no hunting inside city limits. Even though I'm in 12.5 acres. That's interesting. Oh, there goes another deer. I didn't see it, but I heard it. But anyway, yeah, there's no hunting inside city limits. And even though it's 12.5 acres of woods, classified as inside city limits, therefore no hunting. So no, I don't want hunters on my property. Especially, oh, deer scat. Especially since I like to walk out here in the woods. I like to, you know, just look at stuff. And I don't want to get shot. I have come face to face with a hunter before. See, and here's the other thing that they used to do. They used to come out here and drink and shoot BB guns or pellets at at cans out here. And that's, you know, you're not allowed to do that. I'm sorry. I'm in city limits. And as I was saying, I did come nose to barrel with a hunter one time. I was out here walking and I was looking down and I literally walked right into him. I screamed. He very smartly put his gun down, put his rifle down, and put his arms up and started apologizing. You can see the remnants of an old fence here. This has been here probably 100 years. It's the old property line. And then when my parents purchased the property, the previous property owners actually never took down the fence. They just said, well, what's past the fence is ours too. And they put up a different fence, but they never took down this old one because it was kind of falling apart anyway. And we're almost to my favorite place, Lilith. Just took a little roundabout way. But anyways, the hunter that I came in contact with was about 50 feet from my kitchen window. And yes, I gave him a good chewing. And I told him, oh look, you can see tracks. I told him, you know, listen, if you would have shot your rifle, you would have killed me if I would have been standing at my kitchen sink. I said, you're on private property and it's inside city limits. And it's illegal to hunt out here. Not to mention the fact that I know he had to jump my property fence in order to get where he was. In order to get 50 feet from my house, he had to jump a fence. So he did apologize. And I politely, if not sternly, walked him over to the no trespassing, no hunting, no fishing sign. And yeah, he apologized again, and then I never saw him again. So, but I have heard hunters out here. I last year had to call the sheriff. Oh, there's some more scat. I called the sheriff and I said, I hear gunfire in my woods. And he says, well, there's no hunting allowed there. I said, I know. That's why I'm calling you. I need someone to come out here because I'm not about to go out in the middle of my woods and get shot. So, yeah. It finally quit, you know. I quit hearing the gunshots. I I'm just taking you guys on just a random walk through the woods. Because, like I said, now's a good time to go. You know, it hasn't been safe for me to go out this far since summer. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. And yes, I like leaving it all undeveloped, all natural. I love this. Although there's a couple of places that I would like to put some cabins out here. Just to kind of camp away from my house. So, anyway, I'm rambling. Rambling while giving you a tour. Oh, goodness. You can see a lot of little spindly trees. And I have these flat areas, which flat areas are really good to put cabins on. You know, cut down all these little skinny trees. And then I could actually build something. That's a dream. If I ever find me a partner with a lot of money and a lot of energy and and who wants to live the same life that I want to live, it'd be nice. There's water back there. If I were to go about 30 feet past that water, there's actually a stream, and that is one of my property borders, is the stream. Whew. Glad I wore my boots. But yeah, you guys haven't seen this part of Smallwood before. And I have every kind of tree imaginable back here too. I'm always finding new things. I like to forage for food back here. I have found lots of mushrooms, obviously. And I have found acorns. And I have found wild onions. Lots of wild onions. And I found wild roses where I could get rose hips. There's more moss. Yeah, I've found wild garlic out here, which is nice. My God, where the hell are all these beer cans coming from? Sorry, I just noticed there's a whole bunch of beer cans over here. There's one. Oh, no, that one's a Pepsi can. These look pretty old. There's one. Oh, and there's a plastic jug up there. I think I'm gonna have to bring me a trash bag out here. Start picking up some of this stuff. Glass jar, it looks like. Oh, no, plastic peanut butter jar. And this is actually probably the result of raccoons digging in the garbage. Because I have a garbage service to come and pick it up. And I recycle. So, of course, you know, plastic peanut butter jars are recyclable. Or at least they are here in my area. So that was probably the result of a raccoon grabbing it, trying to get the little last bit of peanut butter out of it, even though I do try to rinse them out. And my house is way back there. So I'm a wee bit away from my house right now. Like I said, I just wanted to just wanted to take you around some of the other spots that I haven't shown you yet of the property. As you can see, there's not really any trails. I don't want to make trails because if I make trails, I think that's going to invite trouble from hunters. Ooh, look at all these little mushrooms. Whoa, check it out, guys. Look at all of them. Look at all these mushrooms. Although I think these are the poisonous kind, these orange ones here. But they do look kind of cool, especially with the snow. I think that's kind of cool. Yeah, I really like that. Sorry, I'm trying to put my glove back on. Oh, my glove fell off. Alrighty, well, I think I might be heading back up towards the house. I do want to go look at this one tree that has a whole bunch of stuff on it. A whole bunch, it looks like shelf mushrooms. Look at that. Isn't that cool? Yep. And if anybody is in southern Illinois wants to take a hike out through Smallwood, send me a message. I'll see what we can do. I don't get a lot of visitors unless it's around springtime, because then all my mushroom hunting friends want to come out here. All the morel people. All the people that like the morel mushrooms. They want to come out and hunt. The biggest one that we found was about 6 inches tall. And probably a good 3-4 inches around. Let's just say I think I got 4 meals out of that one. That was a good one. Oh, more scat. So you can definitely tell I get deer through here, because there's lots of scat. Always lots of scat. If I had my furnace, or my my fireplace working, I'd be collecting that scat and then dipping it in paraffin and using it as fire starters. That's free fuel, you know. There's my barn. That's my barn. So, gonna head back up to the house. And I have to clean my house now since my grandson was here. Oh, look at that. Wow. That is awesome looking. I can't remember what kind of fungus that is. Woo. So yeah, I gotta clean my house. You know how it is when you have a tiny visitor who's very rambunctious and doesn't yet know how to keep things over a plate. Oh, there's some wild onions right there. Wild onions. And you guys have been back here because this is behind the barn. Oh goodness. Big tree over there. Whew. And I think I've gotten enough fresh air now. This has been a good hike. I'm going on 25 minutes now. So I think I've had a nice hike. Maybe next time I'll take you guys that way and we'll look around and see what's that way. Or, you know, it's possible that depending on the weather, I might just follow the creek and let you guys see the border of my property. Oh my goodness. And yeah, so one of my security lights. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day. I hope it's not too bad of weather where you are. Whew. And yeah, I think I'm going to end it here and just say Namaste and have a great day.